I posted it on LinkedIn, but I didn't come back and share it here because while I had a very nice motivational message that was inspired by Steve Jobs saying that those who believe they can change the world are the ones who do, I felt like it was contrived. So now that I am owning it, I'm going to come and share what I'm talking about with you. So what I shared earlier in the week was those who believe they can change the world often are the ones that do. And you can do that by having a big global vision, which is more so what I'm used to doing. Or you can do that by moving pebbles, because many small actions, and this is something that I tell all of my reports on a very regular basis, even your small actions, they can add up to have big results if you're stacking those pebbles together in the right way. Basically, the pyramids are an example of very big pebbles that were stacked together in a very meaningful, intentional, and way that have lasted for millennia. So that said, the message that I really want to convey for Motivational Monday, now that I have a reason to own it, is even if you do choose to view your contribution to the world as stacking pebbles, you have the choice to decide if you're going to stack and work with positive pebble materials or negative pebble materials. To that note, you will have seen on TikTok, for example, that I have been posting many things that are satirical or critical of MAGA, because we are living through an era, in my opinion, that we need to speak truth to power in one way, shape, or form. We need to protesting digitally and calling out the negative or bad behavior is one way of doing that. But when I'm doing that, I need to be mindful of the fact that I want to use more positive messaging. I may refrain from reposting some of the religious type stuff because I don't want that to get confused or lost in translation. Now, I definitely am going to continue to repost content about similarities between the Nazis, between the era right before the French Revolution and the period of time in the 1850s right before the Civil War, because I see the United States going down that path. I see that in some way, shape, or form, education, history, learning has failed people, and they don't see the slippery slope that this nation is on. We're going from freedom to fascism, and it doesn't seem like anybody is preventing it from happening. So that is really what I need to focus on. And how can we take the high road, like Michelle Obama and Reverend Caleb reminded me of this? How do we take the high road? Because if we keep on dividing ourselves because we're poking at one another, taking the low road, we're not going to come together to make any progress, because uniting as a people and finding a way to move forward together and make progress is how we can ultimately stack our stones to make a positive, game-changing difference.